Hey fellow beauty finders, this is Matthias Allen. Thanks for clicking on my new video. So in today's Monday makeup chat, I'm going to take you behind the scenes on a personal makeup lesson that I did with one of my many students who finds me and asks me to be their mentor. So in my studio here in Los Angeles, I take one-on-one appointments with many makeup students. I also work with regular clients. I work with actresses who are looking to perfect their own look and can't have a makeup artist everywhere they go. And in my 15 plus years of doing makeup artistry as a profession, I find that I am very excited to work with clients one-on-one and teach them all of the tips and tricks that were taught to me or that I've learned along the way. I also do video conference lessons if you don't live in LA, but you'd like to talk to me face to face. So all the information on how to book me and my website are down in the description box, so please check it out. Now what you're going to see is a sneak peek from one of my personal one-on-one lessons to give you guys an idea of what I can help you accomplish. So tell me a little bit about what's in your kit and what are your favorite products to use.
Okay, well some of my favorite products are Makeup Forever.
The HD foundation?
HD, yes.
Okay.
And then the Matte Velvet as well for oily skins.
Fabulous, yes. And then what about concealers? What are your favorite concealers?
Concealers, I have Makeup Forever.
Okay.
Lift, that I love. I have another Makeup Forever palette.
And then what about these palettes?
This is foundation, so this is the Kryolan. And
this right here.
And then this is just foundation from Graftobian.
Oh, okay, cool.
Sometimes if I don't have the darker shades or the super light shades, I'll just supplement with that.
Do you prefer the Graftobian foundation creams or do you prefer this RCMA?
Graftobian for me has been easier to work with.
Yeah?
Yeah, the RCMA is a little bit, it's harder to work with in my experience.
Harder in what way?
The consistency is more wax-based. So it's, for me, it's been a little bit harder to work with.
And those are more oily, more
yes.
liquidy, more creamy?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So I'll just make some of those into the HD sometimes, just to
nice. Okay.
create the right shade.
And then what about setting powder? Do you like setting powder?
I do.
Pressed, loose, what?
I like loose. I have a stack I made from Ben Nye powders.
Okay, Ben Nye, great. Ooh, this is like a dark one. Oof. Good to have a dark one
yes.
like that. Yes.
And Laura Mercier.
One of my favorites, Laura Mercier translucent. Okay.
And then for the under eye, the
Secret Brightening.
Secret Brightening.
Nice. So what do you want to learn today?
Well, today I want to learn how to perfect my application skill. Just perfect it. I mean, your work here is just unbelievable. If I could recreate that onto my clients, I would love it.
Okay.
And then also in a more timely manner as well.
Oh, in a more timely manner.
Yes.
Okay, so we better start. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We're gonna go. All right, so I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna watch you do your model that you brought today.
Okay.
And I'm gonna give you pointers along the way. How's that sound?
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
So when I have a student in my studio here in LA, I love seeing how they work. I love using the products that they're using. I love seeing how they apply things. I also like to step in at times and show them exactly how to place certain things like cream eyeshadow if it's not something that they're normally doing. And then I like to show them on each side a little bit of my technique, and then I let them take over, but I give them clarification on what colors that they should be using depending on if they're trying to learn bridal or if they're trying to learn photo shoot or if they're trying to learn mature skin. It all depends on what they're trying to learn. Now I like to step in and make sure that their eyeshadow lines aren't too buffed out. I also like to give definition and explanation of why you should use certain colors higher up in the crease or lower in the crease. My technique for building eyeliner in the waterline underneath the root of the eyelashes is one of my signature things, and I learned it many years ago by working with Laura Mercier herself, and she taught me this great technique, and I like to give that onto my students. Now, another thing that I like to show is exactly how to apply primer and how much somebody should use. Oftentimes I find that many students who are self-taught or have come from a makeup school, they they are very light-handed, and that's great if your focus is going to be working in film or in 4K television. But if you're working with brides or if you're working on photo shoots, you can be a little bit heavier-handed than maybe you're used to. And I know a lot of students have asked me why their makeup doesn't last on their models or their clients, and most of the time it's because they're just not using enough product. Now, I like to show how to apply concealer after foundation, whereas a lot of people will do color correction and concealing under the eye or on blemishes and then apply foundation on top. I actually do the opposite, and I like to use concealer as a highlighting product as well, so you don't have to go in with a third layer. And another thing that I like to teach is exactly where to place blush. I know a lot of students always ask me, is it in the apple? Is it in the contour? Like, where exactly do I put it? And how do I set eyeshadow? And why is my concealer always creasing? You know, when you're working with me one-on-one in my studio, I can answer all of these questions for you in first-hand, real-time experience. And it is essential to have that kind of one-on-one with somebody who is knowledgeable and an expert in their field. And a lot of times at makeup schools, you don't get that personal hands-on approach. Or you're being taught by artists who used to be very busy in their heyday, and now all they do is teach. So the thing with me is I am constantly working, I'm constantly taking on new clients, and I'm constantly learning new things from other artists. You can never stop learning, and when new products and new technologies are coming out, there are always new ways of applying products, and the thing that I love even more is teaching and sharing that knowledge with my students. Now, one of the things that is essential in learning how to do makeup best for your client for that special event is seeing the difference that a photograph makes, because the flash will actually deduce the amount of makeup that you have on your client by about 30%. So when you use a flash photograph to show you exactly what you're missing, you can always add more. I hope you guys enjoyed this sneak peek of this in-person lesson here in Los Angeles. Now, if you aren't in Los Angeles, but you would still love my expertise and mentoring, please go to my website, MatthiasForMakeup.com, and go to the private education and makeup artistry training section, because I do one-on-one video conference lessons from your home to my home without ever having to leave the comfort of our studios. All right, Alfie, so did you get a lot of tips and tricks today? Did you learn any new tools?
Oh yes, I learned many.
What were some of the things? What were some of the things that you loved today that you stood out to you?
Oh my gosh, it's just different ways of applying products. I mean, you introduced me to so many new products that I didn't know how to use, and that's so helpful for me and my clients.
And then different brushes, right?
Yes,
and
yes.
different ways to hold things, and different ways to manipulate products.
Yeah.
Otherwise, your application is beautiful. I can tell that
you.
you are definitely a makeup natural.
Thank you.
There were certain things that you did that I didn't even have to tell you to do. Like when you went to blend in the concealer with your finger, which was a new thing for you because you had never blended your concealer with fingers before.
No.
You knew instinctually to switch fingers because there was too much on one finger. And that's something that I usually have to teach. I'm it's basic steps like that, and you knew that instinctually, so I'm so proud of you. Yeah, you're welcome. So I hope you guys enjoyed that sneak peek into what a personal makeup mentoring and lesson will do for you. If you want any more information about how to book me, please go to my website, MatthiasForMakeup.com, and go to the private education page and click my submission form and let me know exactly what you're looking for. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe by clicking on the link right down here, because I do 3 pro makeup artist tips, tricks, and tutorials and vlogs and much more from Hollywood, California, 3 times a week. So I would love to take you along on the ride. Please click thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, leave me a comment or any suggestions down below. And if you want to see one of my other pro makeup tutorials on anyone else that I've worked on, or a behind the scenes video from my working adventures, please click one of these videos. All right, thanks so much, and I will talk to you guys next time. So did you kind of learn more tips and tricks? Did you get some new tools for your tool belt?
Oh my god, so many tricks and
We'll take it again. It's all good.
I
It's all
got so
good.
many tricks.
We'll do it.
I
got so many ticks. Okay.